are complaining. What about those who don't have money and sometimes can't even do 3 sessions, have to do only 1 session? I will stay on this campaign until something is done. I'm making a passionate appeal. This is from the very depth of my heart, a passionate appeal. There's also a chip compound that came to my attention not so long ago. Please show me the chip compound. I'll speak about it. There's a chip compound somewhere in the Volta region, Central Tong District. Those who live there, they know. Central Tong District. There's a chip compound built, I'm told, in 2015 or 2016, thereabout, and it has been left the way it is. A chip compound. It has been left the way it is. A chip compound. And I want to make a passionate appeal because the people tell me that the only thing that is left for this chip compound to be fully operational is electricity supply. And they tell me that people have died because this chip compound, which was built, has been left and it's just there the way you're seeing it. The place is Afomano Copper in the Central Tong District. Afomano Copper in the Central Tong District. The roads are bad in that area, they tell me. And they also tell me that their major source of transportation is Aboboya. And they tell me that the only thing left for this chip compound to be activated is electricity supply. And they have lost a lot of people due to the availability or the non-availability of experts to work here. So again, I make a passionate appeal to the DCE for the area. I make a passionate appeal to the president. I make a passionate appeal to the Minister for Health. I make a passionate appeal to the Ghana Health Service. Let's see how we can collaborate to bring in the Energy Ministry. I make a passionate appeal to the Minister for Health. I make a passionate appeal, Mr. President. I'm making a passionate appeal to the DCE for the area. I make a passionate appeal to the Electricity Company of Ghana. I'm making a passionate appeal to the Ghana Health Service. I am just making a passionate appeal. 2 passionate appeals this morning. Let's see and show the people that we indeed care. And having said that, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II had cause to tell the president a few words because he's been a good friend of the president. The president has been his lawyer. They lived together in the United Kingdom at some point. And this was the aftermath of the election that John Dramani Mahama lost in 2016. The MPP won decisively. Otumfuo had wise words for the president. Listen to him.
Judy also won him there. They were driven Pesicaya review. They were driven bread, they won't Pesicadi. And she says, Kuhuna Jumani. Ziwaba for dog Ghana Honda, Fire Juma, Napua Ghana for a Dinquan says a whooper. They didn't go on the Bill Comosa and Passable Man Penny by near friend and out to that for Baba Ghana year. Do I bring it here and say, put my yard, Diana Dachi, Yakase, or Mampany by Ghana, never and out to Danko, Obayard. Nipany Dasso. Nipany Ghana for Ghana for many Dasso. That's when you won't win your dinner, and as you be me who's wired. Don't say, there be Nina idea won't mean your name, give me who's Oba.
So, this is what His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II told President Akufo-Addo after he had won the election, has been sworn in. He paid a courtesy call on the king. The king told him that These were the reasons that the people decided upon to vote John Mahama and the NDC out. Jobs, they wanted to live well, and they wanted to also have good health. 3 things only. And then he further went on to advise the president that, look, you are old. You are not looking for money. You are looking for a good name and a legacy. So you have what it takes to deliver. Just deliver. Because the truth of the matter is that you cannot do everything, but you can do some. In summary, that is what the noble king told the president. Prior to that, he had said that nobody voted for any of your ministers or appointees. They voted for you, Mr. President. And that it is the power that you have from the people that you have decided to assign bits and pieces of it to others to act on your behalf as the principal. So they are agents of the principal. Mr. President, this morning I want to ask you sincerely, have you succeeded in the job creation agenda that the king advised you on? Because it was one of your campaign messages. Have you succeeded? Mr. President, I just told you about Korle Bu. I've told you about a chips compound in Afomanokope in the Central Tongue District. Have you succeeded in doing that?
Johnny's Bite.
Mr. President, have you succeeded in also making sure that your people are living well? Because the standard of living and the cost of living is a neck breaker. People complain about it. That is what pushed the young people to go out there onto the streets from Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to demonstrate in the occupied Julobi House. The first day they had a brush with the police, but subsequently the police tried to redeem their image. The question is, are you willing to even meet the people who gave you the power? Because so far, the presidency has not issued any notice or any release to suggest that they are condemning what the police did. Because there's an example in this country, Occupy Flagstaff House. And yesterday I showed what my good brother Salam, who works in the office of the vice president, who is also national youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party, where he said that people should join and go and occupy the front lawn of the Flagstaff House. Today they were kept at bay. So did you listen to the advice of the president, the king, Mr. President? It's a concern. Pull up for me the celebrities or the musicians or the creative people. There was a group in this country called Creative Arts for Change. Show me the slide. Just show me the slide.
Johnny's Bite.
And you can see Mr. Ricky Anoche, you can see Socrates Safo, you can see Fred Mensa, you can see KKD with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Show me the other pictures. So arts, politics. Okreko Manteh says Akufo-Addo would have given creative arts 10 million and not 3 million. You know that after this one, conversations had started, you know, and the government then had given 3 million cedis in its budgetary allocation to the arts. Okreko Manteh, who is now deputy minister, and this Okreko Manteh with Fred Mensa and Ellen Omabo, they went to meet candidate Akufo-Addo. Creative Arts for Change, that's what they called. They support Akufo-Addo. They showed him undying support. Some of them have gotten appointment. Okreko Manteh, for example, is deputy minister for tourism, arts and culture. Fred Mensa has not gotten an appointment. I don't know about Ellen. Right? But show me the pictures. There are a lot of pictures, a lot of musicians, D Black, all of them who have associated with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who are part of the, what do you call it, the System for Change. Right? Creative Arts for Change. A lot of the pictures out there, plenty of them, Wisa Grade, name them. You can mention a lot of them, Ejako, who, mention them. So many of them, they're all there. Creative arts people who went out there, stuck their neck out to campaign for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Look at them. Amazing. Amazing, amazing set of people. Right? Amazing set of Wache is gone, but that's Bob Smith Jr. Yeah? All of these in very, very creative people. All of these creative people, they are there. They are still alive. Some of them are still alive. Our Niger hero, Hanks Enuku, you see him? Yes. Wisa Great there. There's D Black. There's another gentleman there with the president. I did a hearty handshake. Creative Arts for Change. They all met the president. Yeah, you see, all of them. Nice, very nice. D Black again. The Samini in the mix somewhere. Krikumante, you see. Katrina Feku, then minister for the space. Now, show me the manifesto promise of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government and the NPP for the creative sector. This is the 2020 manifesto. Number 1, it says, we will set up Creative Arts Fund to support artists. We will set up Creative Arts Fund to support artists. In addition to completing the theater in Kumasi, we will construct new theaters in Takoradi and Tamale. We will construct one of the biggest convention and exhibition centers in the world at the Ghana Trade Fair site, LA. You know what has happened to the trade fair? We will build a digital platform for artists to make their products available to the global market. And there's a 5th one. Show me the 5th one. These are the promises that the New Patriotic Party put in its 2020 manifesto, which the Creative Arts for Change supported and the people voted. 5, given that our artists do not have the capital to set up studios, we will, as part of the Entrepreneurial Hubs strategy, establish in partnership with the private sector large recording studios in Accra, Tamale, Kumasi, and Takoradi. Recording artists can rent space to do their recordings in these studios. I have one last video to play for you. But I want to ask the president a question. Now, you have to show me the ministers who have been at the Creative Arts Ministry. Remember, the Creative Arts Ministry was built by the erstwhile administration, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare and Honorable Abla Ifa Gomashi. They were at the ministry with one other. But show me the pictures of the ministers. We have had Catherine Afeku. She has been at the ministry before. I don't want to talk about Afrima issues. You have had Barbara Otin-Jesse at the same ministry. And then now you have Dr. Mohammed Awal at the ministry. When you meet them, ask them how many of the promises made specifically to the industry, which I belong to, which I have played in before. I'm a musician. I act as well. I'm a poet. And I'm a member of the Arts Writers Association of Ghana. So I'm a stakeholder in what I'm talking about. When you meet Katrina Feku, when you meet Barbara Otin-Jesse, when you meet Dr. Mohammed Awal, ask them a simple question. What have they been able to do with the mandate that they have in fulfillment of the 2020? I'm not talking about 2016. I'm talking about 2020, because that's the corner within which we are. Revised and republished in 2020. Ask them what they have been able to do with that mandate for the industry. You can rope in Mr. Marco Krekumante, who now wants to go to Ayen Swano to represent them in parliament. He's been a very vocal, he's an extrovert. He used to speak. He's been a judge on Mentor. He's been on radio, TV. He's managed musicians. He has a record label, Slip Music, all of that. Since he got to the ministry, what has been the scorecard? I just showed you the promises. If any of the promises have been fulfilled, let somebody come and tell us. Those who play in the space. Because the essence of those promises was that we were going to create jobs. There were going to be jobs along the value chain. People were going to be happy. Money was going to come into their pockets. We will set up this to promote that. We'll set up this so they can record here. We'll set up theaters all across. In fact, when the promise was made, we just had 10 regions. So the question is that, where are we now in terms of achieving the 5 pointers? That's all. But you also remember that Reverend Owusu Bempah, Professor Owusu Bempah, the president's own prophet, he said a prayer for the president. I want to believe that that prayer is still effective and effectual, and the horn that was provided, given to the president, presented to him, and the Bible that was presented to him, it takes time to read the Bible, and he also blows the horn so that the God that he serves, the battle is the Lord's. The Lord will hear it, because the prophet said in that prayer that Ghana will be restored to greatness again. To which Ghana will be great again. And I will make Ghana great again. This morning I've made a passionate appeal. I've spoken about the industry. Play the video for me. That's my video for this morning. Have a good morning.
We trust him Bible. And himself, good. Nana, we say so your home. Say who the Bible your friend horn of unicorn. A hode eno nyamitumi. And a radia she so ba nimfam amount to nyamia hode wonderful. Afei mesresi abebɔ mpae ama ye papa onyamia wona uyi nipa ede ne tena mapom matena bia eye wona wokan se ompe Adonija na mom ope Solomon into she odifo Nathan Emma o declares our prophetic word no. O say near ope David but enye Saul. Na ye papa yi enwe yi no ama men sabri. Yesre ahoden. Yesre enkwatenten. Yesre nyansa. Onyankopon a otisoro. Na uhuna de nyina etriso. Wona okasa obi ntumi nka bi wona ofiri baabi a eni ho baabi a wo ho woni masem na odi bo bibia efiri enne ekuri ye papa ede ne na esifidua mu hai ma wa ho odin wani munyam enu tumi ene ne nante
Water